Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another spooky video. You can probably tell by the title. Today we're going to be talking about the Amityville horror. Last week we talked about the Stanley Hotel, so if you want to go watch that, like and subscribe for next week and all of the other weeks for my new paranormal video things that I'm making. So today we're talking about Amityville and I hope you enjoy. So to get right into the story, there is a house on 112 Ocean Drive in Amityville, about an hour away from New York City. On November 13th, 1974, there was a mass murder committed in this house. 6 people in the DeFeo family were shot and killed, and the 6 people were 4 kids and the 2 parents. Only one member of the family survived, and that was Ronald DeFeo Jr., and he eventually confessed that he was the one who committed the crime of killing his entire family. So basically the story of the murder is that he woke up at 3:15 a.m. and killed the entire family. The weird thing about this is that nobody woke up during the murder. There were 6 people murdered and none of them woke up hearing the shots from the previous murders. So this led to many theories thinking that there were more people involved in this murder. One of these theories is that it was actually Ronnie DeFeo's sister, Dawn, who killed the entire family, and Ronnie killed her because of it. But Ronnie DeFeo Jr. was convicted of all 6 murders and given 6 life sentences. And he claims that there were voices in his head which made him commit the murders. It's also said that he was using drugs that night. That could also be an explanation. So anyway, that is the very dark, unfortunate history behind this house. But now we get into the paranormal side of things. So the house was put up for sale at an extremely low price, obviously because nobody really wanted it after what happened there. George and Kathleen Lutz were newlyweds with 3 young children, and they decided that they were okay with the history of the house and that they were going to buy it anyway and live there and have their happy little family in their new giant house that they got for such a low price. Within the first hour of moving in, strange things already started happening. Their dog Harry was tied to a fence, and he tried to jump over the fence and almost hung himself with the chain. Shortly after that, a priest came to bless the house, and he told the Lutz family not to use the 3rd floor bedroom that they were going to use as a sewing room. This was Dawn DeFeo's bedroom, and she was the sister that they thought maybe was part of the murder. Some of the other weird things that the Lutzes claim happened in this house were flying knives, seeing weird figures that weren't supposed to be there, like human figures, and green slime coming from the walls. So George Lutz was like the father of this family, and he woke up at 3:15 multiple nights, and this was the time that the murders happened. He said he felt restless and would hear strange noises. Maybe it's a coincidence, maybe not, but George Lutz would wake up at the time the murders took place. Another weird thing is that the mom, Kathy, claimed that she felt like she was being embraced by a woman in one of the rooms, and then there were fly swarms in multiple rooms, and this would only happen in their house. So one of their kids, Missy, began acting strange. She claimed that she had a friend named Jody in the house and that he looked like a large pig. She told them that Jody said he was glad she was there and she was going to be living there forever, which concerned the parents because that obviously is not probably something that a kid is going to make up in their head. And then George and Kathy claimed to have seen Jody once as like a large pig figure with red eyes outside their window. So then the Lutzes also claimed they heard, the normal haunted house things, footsteps, screams at night, as well as temperature changes and things turning black. The family doesn't like to talk about what happened the final night in the house, but basically they left the house in the early morning of January 14th, 1976. At this point, they had only lived in the Amityville house for 28 days. And after this, they moved in with Kathy's mother and they tried to get the house investigated. So at this point, the lawyer of Ronnie DeFeo, way back from when the murders happened, wanted to get involved. So he met with the Lutzes. Basically, his claim for Ronnie DeFeo was that he needed psychological help. Weber was trying to prove that there was something else in the house that was making them do weird things. So he met with the Lutzes and they talked about how the things that happened to them in that house could have been the same things that made DeFeo commit the murders. So facts that Weber would tell them about the case, the Lutzes always had something that happened to them in the house that correlated with these case facts. So I don't know, coincidence again? Maybe. But the weird thing about this lawyer is that he immediately wanted to make books and movies about the cases, and he was already talking about percentages and the money side of things. So eventually he sent a contract to the Lutzes saying that they would give 5% of whatever they made off of books and movies and anything to do with the story to Ronnie DeFeo. So basically, they would be paying him for the murder story. and at this point the Lutzes broke off all contact with the lawyer. So now to move to the more paranormal side of things, Ed and Lorraine Warren got involved. They met George at the edge of the property because he refused to go any closer to the house after that last night that they don't like to talk about. Lorraine claims that she felt this house was invested by something other than human spirits, and there's a famous quote that she said when they arrived here. She said, "I hope I never get any closer to hell than this house." Along with these two, a group of local psychics came to film an investigation, and immediately people started acting weird. It's said that the cameraman stopped after climbing up the stairs to the second floor because he had stabbing chest pains. One of the psychics claims they saw a face of a young girl, and Lorraine Warren felt an evil presence during the seance, and this all led them to believe that there were more spirits in the house than just the dead DeFeos. And then another thing that happened this night was that there was a lot of photos taken of this one spot of the house, and it was right near a staircase, and in one of the pictures you can see a clear figure of a little boy, and there were no children in the house that night. And the weirder thing is that later one of the children who lived in the house, Missy, claimed that that was little boy she used to play with. Now, many people claimed that this entire story was a hoax because the Lutz family didn't have a lot of money, so this obviously would have been a really easy way to get a lot of money. And then some of the things that kind of go towards the side of maybe this is a hoax is that the lawyer, DeFeo's lawyer, later came out and said that him and the Lutzes made up all of these stories over a few glasses of wine. Now, this I don't think is a very credible thing because he obviously was mad at the Lutzes because they didn't want to be part of any books or movies and give him any money or give DeFeo any money. So he could have just been saying that. But then the Lutz family has passed a lie detector test about these stories, and it proves that they're all true. Again, lie detector tests might not always be 100% effective, might not always work, I don't know. But the entire family passed it, both of the parents and all 3 kids. And then Daniel Lutz, one of the kids who lived in the house, recently came out, and now he's an adult, and he spoke about the things that happened in the house, and he claims that he'll always have nightmares, and it changed his life. Since the Lutz family, 4 different families have lived in the house. I don't know why. I don't know why anyone would want to live there after that happened to the Lutz family, but 4 families have lived in the house, and they all claim that nothing weird has happened, and they all say it's just a normal house with nothing strange. So is it a hoax? Is it not a hoax? I don't know. I don't know what I think it is because the Warrens say it's not, and I don't think they would lie about a case. And Lorraine thinks that this is one of the most haunted places that she's ever been. For me, personally, that is a big thing that makes me think it's not a hoax. But then there were no scares with other families, which I think is kind of weird. Why would the spirits just go away after the Lutz family left? The lawyer obviously saying that there was nothing there, and then the Lutzes being kind of a poorer family. That is up to you to think, and you can decide if you think it's a hoax or not. I don't know. I am undecided because, I don't know. I just think there's a lot of coincidence involved in this if it is a hoax. But then again, there's a lot of other weird things involved in this, like green slime coming from the walls. Like, I don't know how that could happen. What I actually think is that maybe some stuff did happen in this house, but they exaggerated a little bit to maybe try to get some more stuff for movies and books, and I mean, it worked. There's been multiple books, multiple movies made about this house, and yeah, it still sits there now, and for you to decide if it's a hoax or not. So if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications because I am posting a video like this every single Sunday, so turn on post notifications to get notified for the next one. Comment down below what other paranormal occurrences or places or people, I don't know, what else you want to see. Also comment down below if you think Amityville is a hoax or not. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, see you next week. Bye.